Hey everybody, and happy Thursday to you. It's been a whole week, believe it or not. And the fact that you are listening and watching this clip tells me that you have made it, right? So that's enough to rejoice about on its own. So how's your week been? Hopefully it's been good. I know mine has, for the most part. I do want to tell you real quick that this tea right here is the business. It's Diet Snapple, and it's lemon flavored. And you know, if I can be honest, I really don't like tea that's not like homemade. Can you say that? Like, I don't like tea that comes in a bottle, especially flavored tea. But this is excellent. This is like 0 calories, and it tastes fantastic. What other ministry products do we have tonight? Oh yes, my favorite apple is back out. It only is available during winter months. I discovered it about 2 years ago. It's called the Honey Crisp. It's fantastic. It's the best apple. If you like apples that are crunchy, this one never has like a wilted, leathery texture to it. It's always crunchy, always delicious. Fantastic flavor. So you should go out and get one. It was kind of interesting. You ever notice when you're at church and you have like a guest minister or speaker there, how they always have ministry products most of the time anyway? What do you think about that? Like, when is the best time to... Who's calling me? When is the best time to offer ministry products? Before you preach, after you minister, not at all. I mean, obviously, if it's good material, why wouldn't you want to share that with the world? But you know, there have been many services that I have been in that have been completely killed because the minister just had to mention his products. So, I'll tell you some crazy stuff that's happened this week. Did you know that Tariq Aziz, who was the former prime minister for Saddam Hussein, is going to be executed because apparently he was the one that signed some documents that had several Shiites put to death. Yeah, I didn't know that either. And the only reason why I know is because I was on the train the other morning. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning, and there's this guy behind me that is going in on that story. He's talking on the phone. And I'm thinking to myself, who at 5 o'clock in the morning wants to hear about somebody being killed or put to death? I mean, like, when I get on the train, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want anyone looking at me. I would be the one that is... If I had a blanket, which I don't, but I would be the one that would be wrapped up with my jacket like this. That's the face I give when I don't want anybody to talk to me. That's one of my mean mugs. So I just go like don't even try it. So this is me sitting like this, and then behind me he's like, "Oh yeah, you know, I mean." Yeah, you know, that was the Shiites. Yeah, he had so many of them put to death, and I'm thinking, you know, we often talk about like what would Jesus do. I would like to ask, what would Senator Ford do in a situation like that if someone called her at 5 o'clock in the morning saying Tariq Aziz is going to be executed because he signed some papers to have some Shiites killed? What do you think she would say?
What you're saying ain't hitting on nothing.
Exactly. What you talking about ain't hitting on nothing with me. And what else was kind of weird about that is that he was on the phone and we were going through tunnels and everything else. And I'm thinking, how in the world can you even get a signal down here? I mean, he was just going crazy, really crazy. I don't know. Anyway. This is kind of funny too. You know, like the other week, last Sunday was Halloween, and this has happened not just this year, but in years past. I noticed this a lot that you'll have people at church, like pastors or ministers, get up and say something to the effect of, we don't celebrate Halloween, but for those of you that have children, we do have goodie bags for them, candy that we want to give to the kids. And my question is this, and it's not meant to incite a riot. I'm just asking. If you don't celebrate Halloween, or if you as a body of believers do not celebrate Halloween, then why give the kids anything on Halloween? Why don't you just tell them we don't celebrate Halloween, so you're not getting candy today? So we don't celebrate it, but we're going to celebrate it a little bit. Or you're not going to get dressed up, but we're going to give you candy like you dressed up anyway. I don't know. Anyway. So I was in this restaurant on maybe Monday or Tuesday, my new favorite little carry-out place on Georgia Avenue called China Wonder. Hello, steam fried fry. Yeah. They're really nice in there. They're really nice, by the way. One thing that I noticed about that, why do I still have this wrapped around me? It's my prayer shawl. I go into the Holy of Holies. It's hot, so we're not going. Anyway, okay, so China Wonder. One thing that's kind of interesting about that is I noticed that there were two teenagers, which I'm assuming were the owner or someone that worked there, their children, working there, answering the phone, doing the cash register, everything. And I'm thinking to myself, wow. These kids almost have a built-in job, and they may hate the job, mind you, but they are already developing a healthy work ethic, even as teenagers. And it kind of made me think, what are we doing? And this really, when I say we, I'm really talking about African Americans. So all of my Caucasian friends, Asian friends, Hispanic friends. I'm not really talking about you guys so much. We're going to have like a mini family meeting. So if you could just leave the room for a minute, I need to talk to all the brothers and the sisters. First of all, where are our restaurants? Anyway, that's number one. And don't get me on the hair stores. Why every hair store I've ever been in is owned by Asians, but they're selling hair products for African Americans. Okay, I'm getting off on a tangent. That's for later. But why don't we have restaurants like we patronize, like the same type of restaurants? And then secondly, those of us that do, why aren't we, what are our kids doing? I don't know. I think that's too big to tackle on my little status updates. So I'm going to have to digress, because that frustrates me a little bit. It's like we're not really doing anything. Anyway, I think that's all I have today. So be good, have a good weekend, and